If you ever hear a train whistle at night, but there aren't tracks near you, stop listening. In 1865, after Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, his funeral train crossed America. Thousands saw it pass. Thousands mourned. But over 150 years later, people across the United States still report seeing that same train. No engine number, no passengers, no destination. I didn't believe those stories until I stood on the tracks and heard the whistle call my name. My name is Daniel Carter. I'm not a paranormal investigator. I don't chase ghosts for views. I'm a railway history researcher from Illinois. At least, I was before the night the funeral train came back. On April 21st, 1865, Abraham Lincoln's body was placed on a funeral train. That train traveled over 1,600 miles, passing through 7 states, stopping at cities like Chicago, Cleveland, New York. Millions stood beside the tracks. Some prayed, some cried, some fainted. The journey lasted 13 days. This part is real, documented, verified. What's not in the history books is what people started seeing after. Railway workers in the early 1900s reported a train appearing at night. No scheduled arrival, no record in dispatch logs. They described an old black steam engine draped in funeral cloth, windows glowing dim orange, and a deep, sorrowful whistle. By the time anyone reached the tracks, nothing was there. They called it Lincoln's Phantom Train. I laughed when I first read that. Big mistake. In October 2024, I was researching abandoned rail lines in Indiana, one of the original funeral train routes. Locals warned me, don't stay near the tracks after midnight. One old man grabbed my arm and said, if you hear the whistle, don't answer it. I should have listened. At 12:47 a.m., I was standing beside rusted tracks. No wind, no insects, total silence. Then, a low vibration under my feet. Not loud, not fast. Slow, heavy, like something enormous approaching from very far away. Then I heard it. A train whistle, long, broken, mourning. But there were no active tracks for miles. Out of the darkness, a shape formed. An old steam engine, floating slightly above the rails. No smoke, no sparks, just darkness and dim glowing windows. I saw silhouettes, standing, still, watching me. My body froze. I couldn't run. The whistle blew again, closer, and this time, I swear to God, it sounded like it said my name. Daniel. The train slowed, as if deciding whether to stop. I remembered the warning. If you hear the whistle, don't answer it. But fear does strange things, I whispered. Who's there? The windows went dark. The engine stopped. And suddenly, I was no longer alone. I felt cold air near my ear, not wind, breath. And a voice whispered, the journey never ends. The whistle screamed, not mournful anymore, angry. The train surged forward, passing straight through me. I fell to the ground. When I looked up, the tracks were empty, silent, gone. It's been months. I quit my research. I moved. But sometimes, late at night, I hear a distant train whistle, even where there are no tracks. And every time, it sounds closer. They say Abraham Lincoln's funeral train carried a nation's grief. But some grief never reaches its final stop. And if you ever hear a train whistle at night, don't listen. Because once it knows you heard it, the journey chooses you.